All right, John Samuel Shenker with us on the JohnstonRVCenter.com hotline. It is the next round presented by Bud Light. They remind you, decide to ride. Bud Light and Anheuser-Busch says, before you ever take that first drink, have a plan in place. That's how you decide to ride with Bud Light and Anheuser-Busch. John Samuel Shenker with us now. What's going on, my man? How are you today?
Doing good. How are you guys doing?
Doing well. Thanks a lot. Do you feel rested, recuperated, close to 100% coming off a bye week? How did that bye week do for your body?
Yeah, it did great. It's a big key to really any season for any team. A lot of guys that have a lot of playing time. It's good to get those few days off. Even during the week, coaches taking it off of you a little bit and allowing young guys to practice. So, yeah, it's a big piece to the end of the season for sure.
So give us a rundown on your Saturday. What all did you do? Did you watch any games?
Yeah, I took it easy Saturday morning, and then Saturday afternoon I watched the Ole Miss LSU game, and then I watched I watched a little bit of the Oregon game, watching Bo, and then I saw the A&M South Carolina game. I watched that one in full. So I was here and there for most of the day, and then in the night I watched football.
Oregon's got a pretty good quarterback.
Yeah, he's not bad now. He's not bad.
I mean, did you
He's lighting
guys,
it up.
and I know everybody's making a big deal, and Bo was asked after the game about, what's the difference? You guys saw it in practice, though. I mean, you know he's always had the skill set. It just didn't always translate on Saturdays.
Oh, we knew he was super talented, great football player, always prepared for games, and yeah, I think he just found his stride, which is awesome to watch. And yeah, he's really hitting it good. I mean, they have a chance here if they can make a run, and you never know what happens if they can win the Pac-12. So it's exciting stuff to watch.
Listen, I know you're a little bit of Hollywood. You're a flashy pass catcher and everything, but at Ole Miss, you got in there and started throwing some big-time blocks, and the running game started to cook a little bit in Oxford. Do you feel like that's something that can continue in the second half of the season? Because that helps you guys, right? If you can run, you can throw. What do you think of the Auburn running game these Final Five contests?
Yeah, it really must continue for us to win a football game and to continue to play good football, which is what we want to do. So yes, that's a huge emphasis. We have really, really good backs, in my opinion, and so getting those guys creases to the second level, that's a huge goal for us each game, because if we can do that, it opens up a lot. So that'll be a big emphasis for the rest of the year.
Does anybody really like to block? I mean, do you find joy in blocking? Is there anybody that likes to block?
Yeah, I mean, you have to. If you don't, then you're not being very good at it, especially at this level. So we take pride in it. We enjoy it because you really impose your will, and you take the will of another man away if you can be physical and beat them up throughout a game, just to see how that transforms throughout a game. And if you can do it over and over and over again, it's really awesome. It's a great feeling to have.
Do you get pancakes? Do they put you in that stat with the offensive line?
Yeah, we're not with them, but Coach Bedell keeps tabs of that throughout the year, so it's fun.
How many pancakes do you have?
Short stack, full stack?
I don't know, honestly. Not a ton this year. I think I had more last year because I did a lot more fullback last year. And fullback, you kind of get a full head of steam at a guy. So, but I'm not too sure how many I have this year.
John Samuel Shenker is with us on the JohnstonRVCenter.com hotline. It is the next round presented by Bud Light. Bud Light and Anheuser-Busch remind you, decide to ride before you ever take that first drink. Have a plan in place, decide to ride with Bud Light and Anheuser-Busch. So obviously, I mean, there's no secret. You've talked about it. The first half of the season didn't go the way you wanted it to, or the pre-bye week. So now that you've had a bye week, how do you kind of reset? How much has there been a talk about, all right, reset and let's finish this thing strong?
Yeah, you can really put everything behind you. You have a whole week to just let it all go and not really, and just figure out how we can be the best possible team heading to this and into the second half of the season, or these last 5 games. Just to play good football. That's what Coach Harsin said the last week, is just play good football. Don't beat ourselves. Don't turn the ball over. Play complementary football with each side of the ball. And then play good on special teams. I thought that hurt us a little bit in the Ole Miss game as well. So it's just playing clean. If we can do that, I think we'll be in a good position to win the game.
I think a lot of people will be surprised to know that Arkansas, only Vanderbilt has a worse scoring defense right now in the conference. Arkansas is giving up almost 33 points per game. When you look at film on Arkansas's defense, are they better than the numbers say?
I would agree that they are better than the numbers say. I think they play hard. They're physical. They have two of the top tacklers in the league, and Drew Sanders and Bumper Poole. So very respectable guys. So yeah, I do think they're better than what numbers may say. They play a lot harder than that. So especially with Coach Pittman, the way he has those guys playing, you can't disrespect them in any way. They're a good football team. I think their defense is good as well.
I'm glad we can contribute a little bit to your bottom line budget as a newly married guy. But did you realize that you're having to do so many date nights now on Saturday nights? I mean, you guys own the 11 a.m. window right now, another 11 a.m. kick. Do you like these 11 a.m. games at all? You like getting it out of the way, get up and get going?
I do normally enjoy 11 because it makes the day. You're not sitting around so long. You're up and you're going and you're getting ready to play. And those night games, they're fun, but you're just kind of waiting around all day. The anticipation is kind of killing you. So I don't mind the 11 a.m. just getting up and you're not really having to think. You're just going to play the game. So I do enjoy them. We have had a lot. I'll be interested to see what time that Mississippi State game is too. So, but yeah.
24 years into marriage, you're new at this thing. I'm interested. Is your wife like mine? I mean, I come home from a long day of work, and it doesn't matter. Sometimes she wants to go get dinner somewhere, or she wants to go see a movie or something. Does you come home from a long day at work on a Saturday, or do you just chill at the house, or are you guys going out on the town on a Saturday night?
She's normally pretty good about after games, just allowing me to whatever. If I'm feeling okay, we might go and see her parents if they're in town for the game or things like that. But yeah, I mean, normally it's, I come home, it's really not about ball anymore. It's just about us and something we might go to dinner or something. But normally we lay pretty low after games.
I think the November 5th day, Tennessee Georgia is going to be your CBS game. I think they'll have Bama LSU ESPN prime time. So that leaves
might get to 11.
Yeah, I mean that leaves that straight out of game day game for Auburn, Mississippi State, Florida, Texas A&M. That's probably the only two they would put there. So I think you're looking at 11 o'clock there for that one.
Yep, that's what it's looking like.
Another early game. All right, he is John Samuel Shenker. Auburn Tigers take on Arkansas in that early game Saturday. Hey, best of luck in the game. As always, we appreciate the time.
Yes, sir. Thank you, guys.
All right, buddy. Take care. Have a great week. John Samuel Shenker with us on the JohnstonRVCenter.com hotline and presented by Bud Light. Bud Light and Anheuser-Busch remind you, decide to ride. Listen, make that plan before you ever take your first drink. That's what Anheuser-Busch reminds you to do. Decide to ride. That's courtesy of Anheuser-Busch and Bud Light.